Donace, donace, amase, donamase, donamase, donace. Amase, donamase, donace. Amase, donamase, donace. Amase, donamase, donamase, here you see dancers wearing the outfits of the Orishas. I will explain. Welcome, everyone, to this edition of From Around the World Fridays. Today, we're looking at the last day of my adventure to Cuba. This was a really fun day, long one, but a lot of fun. Got to see a lot of culture. So you'll see. Went for another run in the morning. Went down to a little bit different area along the Malecon. And yeah, again, just another beautiful morning. The sun was shining. It was nice out. Just perfect. And then our first stop of the day today was going to this just little street alleyway kind of thing. But it's a meant to be a culturally like kind of cultural center for the Afro-Cubans, so people who came over from Africa, and supposed to help kind of maintain their heritage and everything. So we actually got to see a Roomba demonstration, which you saw at the beginning here, and to see some more videos there. And then the director of the place gives a lot of history on the religion of the Cubans, and gives a lot of background and history on it. It's quite a lot actually, but really fascinating. So then they had all this really cool art that you see here, and sculptures and different things. So yeah, it was a good way to start the morning. So after that, we went to a different part of the city to this artist's house. This younger guy, Ursula is his last name, and a lot of really cool art there. He's doing this kind of series on basically like we're all one Earth, just looking at it from different perspectives, kind of thing. So it's really cool. He makes these paintings, as you can see, these big globes. And then what he does is he takes really close up pictures of small areas of it, and then makes a whole bunch of tiles out of that. So you see that it's all the same painting still, but you see it from different perspectives, and so all the tiles are different. Which I thought was really fascinating and really beautiful. Such a such a cool concept. But yeah, really enjoyed it. We got to have some some rum or Cuba Libres at like 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning when we went there to his house. But yeah, well worth the stop. After visiting Ursula's gallery there, we went to a tobacco store or cigar store, bought some cigars, um, which I got to bring a few back, which was awesome. And then we went and had lunch next to the Casa Particular that we were staying at. Really good lunch there. The place was called the Cha Cha restaurant, I think. And then some of us walked around Old Havana, and you'll see different pictures here and art, lots of art there. And then a little picture out front of our accommodations, the La Posada de Chacon. Um, and yeah, it was just a beautiful afternoon exploring the city before we got ready for our final dinner. One thing I did get to do that was a really added cool experience was I needed a haircut while I was there. And so I talked to the tour guide, and he recommended these guys that were just not too far from where we were staying. And yeah, so I got to go in there, and this guy here, he gave me a haircut and trimmed out the beard, and did an awesome job. It was really fun getting to talk with him and hear his stories and his life as a barber and him wanting to visit family in the U.S. and see California and things like that. It was really cool, really fun experience, and I hope I definitely overpaid for the haircut, so hopefully that's helpful to him. But yeah, what a really cool added experience there. Okay, so that night we had our final dinner, and we went to this fancy place called La Guarida, which was famous. Apparently, there was a really famous movie made there back in the day. Um, but yeah, really good food. We had like a set menu to choose from, and then they brought out these appetizers that were really fancy. All of it tasted pretty good. Not sure what some of the things were. I know there's some tuna in there. I had pork. Again, I don't know what some of the other things were, but all pretty good. And then after dinner, uh, yeah, it was a really nice place. But after dinner, we went back to the old town just to spend the last night together for a while. We went to the one of the squares there and went to a bar that had some outdoor seating, and they had some flamenco going on, which was cool. We got to watch a little bit of that, but we just kind of all hung out on the street and had mojitos, and I think I had a Cuba Libre, and just enjoy, enjoyed each other's company. And then yeah, I think we're all pretty tired by the end of that, so most of us went back to the hotel and kind of said some of our goodbyes, and then went to bed. Um, and that was the last night.
Agua de limonero, agua de limonero, es una caricia en la cara, tiene que dar un beso, que tú me quieres dejar, yo no quiero.
So the next morning I got up and had one final great breakfast, as you can see here, and then went to the airport. I had an earlier flight, so I was one of the first ones actually to leave, I think. But anyways, yeah, flew back the short trip back to Miami. It was really fun to see the landing in Miami. Um, Beautiful city there on the water there. And then yeah, I stayed in Miami for the day. I just was working on some things on my laptop. That was the day of the Super Bowl, so I watched the Super Bowl as well while I was working out. And then the next day, I flew out of Fort Lauderdale back to Seattle and made the trek home. But beautiful sunset as I was leaving Fort Lauderdale there, and yeah, the sunset on another adventure there. So hope you guys all enjoyed exploring Cuba with me, and hopefully this has inspired you to go on your own adventures as well. But we'll be back next week with something new. So hope you guys enjoyed and keep traveling. I'll see you somewhere around the world soon.